Hey everyone, this is Randy from SupremeText.com. I'm going to be showing you a little bit about a program called Screen. I'm not going to give you a complete overview of it because it's a very large program. It does a lot of things, but I'm going to show you what I use it for, and it's very useful. It's one of my favorite command line applications, especially when I'm remoting into a remote shell. And if you're ever in the situation where you're SSH'd into something and then you lose connection, well, you've lost your shell account, you lost your bash session that was going. You may have had something important going, like you may have been compiling something, or you may have been reading something, or anything that you could have been doing, and then you lost connection. Well, if you don't have a screen session running, chances are you lost that entire bash session. Screen is great though. I'm going to show you what it does. Screen, we're going to access it right here. This is a regular shell session in Ubuntu. You can install Screen by doing sudo apt-get install Screen inside Ubuntu. Debian's the same way. Any Debian distribution is going to have Screen on it, more than likely, and you can install Screen on any other distribution. That's just not the same. You don't use apt-get, you'll use Yum or some other package manager, or you'll install from source. So you install it, you'll just hit enter there and then type in your password and it'll install Screen. I'm not going to do that, it's already installed. To access Screen, to actually start Screen, you just type Screen and hit enter, or I prefer to use a -R every time I run it, because that checks if there's a previous screen session already started. I usually just use one screen session. Some people use more, but if you've got a previous screen session started, it'll start that one instead. If you don't, it'll create a new session. Now I don't have one started, so it'll create a new session. We're in Screen now. There's nothing really pretty about Screen. It's a program that kind of encapsulates shells. If you notice down here at the bottom, this on the Ubuntu version, this is a newer version. You normally don't have this, but you see the pretty colors on it. It's got a lot of system information down at the bottom, and the time as well. But it also says right here 0 shell. What that means is this is the 0 shell session. It's the first one that's indexed as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so forth. If I create a new session, a new shell session inside of this screen session, to do that I'll hit Control-A. See, if I create a new one, you notice it creates another bash session listed down here. If I create another one, Control-A-C again, brings now I've got 0, 1, 2. So I've got 3 bash sessions running right now, 0, 1, and 2. All commands in shell are preceded with a Control-A. Control-A starts your command sequence. To switch between the shells, you hit Control-A and then the number representing the shell you want to go to. So 0 would take you to the first one, Control-A1 takes you to the next one, Control-A2 takes you to the next one. So you've got 3 shells running in the background, just sitting there right now. And this is important because each one of those can be doing a different thing. It's command line multitasking. You couldn't do this in DOS. This wasn't available in DOS. In Unix, it's been available for a while. You've actually got multitasking here. You can have this one compiling something. You could go to the other one and be reading a man page on links. You could do all these other things. What I do is I run a IRC session in one and then do other things in the others. You can monitor something. It's pretty cool. You can do multitasking on the command line from this. And to make that easier, you can also split screen. And split screen is kind of like tiling windows. You can Control-A S. Control-A S starts the screen, the split screen. Now, if you notice, you've got a line going down the middle here. This is separating the top and the bottom. You can do this any number of times you want. I've got 3 shell sessions, so I'm going to do it one more time. Now I've got 3 split screens. This is like tiling windows. Imagine this is a window, this is a window, and this is a window. I can Control A tab in between those, and then Control A open up whatever session I want. Let's do an L. Okay, and then we're going to do Control A tab again. We'll take us to the bottom, then we'll just open up the other one. Okay, there we go. So now I've got, if you notice, I've got let's do it in order here. This is the second one, this is the first one, this is the second one. Hang on. There. So we're looking at the tabs. This tells you which one of these shell sessions you are in. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. So I've got 3 shell sessions going inside of this screen session, and I can tab between them. I can go between them. So I could be looking at a man page on one and typing up a configuration file on the other, and even browsing the internet on another. I could be going to elinks google.com. So I'm in google.com here. Pretty nifty on one. Now this screen's not big enough to show it very well, but if I was on a full screen, you know, if I used the full screen of my monitor, then there would be plenty of room to do all that. But that's how you use screen to do split screen. To get out of a screen session, you hit Control A D. That detaches it. And like I said, you can do screen -R will take you back to it. So now we're inside the screen session. We're in the shell session 2, and I'm browsing the internet with elinks. Control A 0 takes me back to the first shell session. Now you've got all these shell sessions, I can't even say it, shell sessions going all the time. If you lose connection with your server, or say we accidentally closed out this terminal, you didn't close out your shell session. Okay, you didn't close out your shell session at all. You still got it. All you gotta do is screen -R, and you're back in it. You're in your shell session. So you've got a persistent process running out there that holds these shells, and you don't have to worry about losing connection or accidentally closing your terminal or closing your SSH session. Nothing to worry about there, because you can always come back to it as long as you don't detach screen or exit screen. Or actually, you can detach screen, but just don't exit screen. Let me show you what I'm saying. The only way that you can really kill this screen session is to PS exit, or you know, kill it if you want to kill the screen session, or if you exit out of all of your terminals. So I've got a terminal here, we'll exit out of it. We're going to close this, yes, and then we're going to exit. I've got 1 shell session left. It's the man page. I exit it, and look, screen is terminated. So if I try to screen -R here, it creates a new sharing session. So we're creating it. So the only way you can really kill screen is to exit out of all the sessions that you're in, or you can kill the process. And you have to kill the original screen process to kill it. So that's a handy little program. Have fun with it. Read more about it. There's a lot of other options to it. Plenty more options. That's just a little overview of some of the cool things I do with it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them on the blog. Thanks.